In this work, we build on top of Gaze+Pinch, and explore gaze support for asymmetric bimanual input. With direct bimanual input as baseline, we consider three alternative conditions, where input by non-dominant, dominant, or both hands is indirect. In the direct plus indirect mode, input by the non-dominant hand is direct and input by the dominant hand is indirect. In the indirect plus direct mode, input by the non-dominant hand is indirect and input by the dominant hand is direct. In the indirect plus indirect mode, input by both the non-dominant hand and the dominant hand is indirect. In the baseline direct plus direct mode, input by both the non-dominant hand and the dominant hand is direct. For the direct plus indirect mode, applications demonstrate how gaze and bimanual input facilitate the natural rotation of a complex object through direct interaction and quick part selection through indirect interaction. This application demonstrates directly grabbing a cube using the non-dominant hand, allowing the user to easily set the reference frame for the dominant hand by rotating the cube before the dominant hand colors desired parts of the cube. The indirect manipulation on the dominant hand enables quick and accurate selection of the voxels of the cube using gaze. Another application leverages the ability of indirect manipulation to select points that would otherwise cause occlusion issues where one hand would occlude the other, resulting in lost tracking. Furthermore, users can quickly select the points on the star using their gaze, as such they are not required to directly reach every point on the star. A third application demonstrates how the non-dominant hand exposes interesting parts of an object which catch the user's gaze, enabling quick indirect selection. For the indirect plus direct mode, an application shows how gaze and bimanual input facilitate the more comfortable acquisition and rotation of an object through indirect interaction while leveraging the precision and intuition afforded by direct interaction. In this application, indirect manipulation allows the rotation of a cube without occluding the sides. Direct manipulation enables drawing numbers on the sides with the user's finger, allowing for more precise drawing. For the indirect plus indirect mode, this application demonstrates how indirect bimanual input facilitates precise acquisition and rotation of an object while minimizing the occlusion caused by the hands. Indirect interaction allows for rotation without the hands occluding parts of the build or accidentally selecting other objects. Both direct plus indirect and indirect plus direct allow users to leverage the advantages of both direct and indirect interaction however they desire in a given moment. Users are able to freely transition from one to the other, or even to indirect plus indirect or direct plus direct. We take inspiration from gaze shifting to transition based on the distance from the user's hand to the gazed-upon object, allowing users to seamlessly transition between direct and indirect interactions, purely based on whether the object is in hand reach. This transition also allows for flexibility in which hand does what. If the user desires to hold an object directly in their right hand, they simply need to reach out to grab it. If indirect is desired, the user simply needs to keep their hand slightly further away.